All right, so when we left off last week, Arsen killed his dad. So we open up our scene today with Arsen covered in blood outside the sort of southwestern gate to Osterberg with
Mm-hmm.
his now dead father in front of him. And Mitt, not too
It's
far
in the tree.
away as potential backup had it been needed.
Damn.
What are we doing?
Our son is going to spend a moment just kind of like registering what he just did, because he's been thinking about it for the past 20 odd years. And after a moment realizes, okay, this is he would look at the ring and then kind of like think for a second and then get kind of like a weird feeling in his stomach, like maybe some things are connecting that shouldn't. He casts message and just is like, Mitt, can you get down here?
Yep. It jumps down from the tree and heads on over to the scene of the crime.
Yeah. Arsen looks up a bit as, Mitt approaches and he's like, so I did it, but I have a weird feeling in my stomach, and it's not the post killing my dad feeling. It's the he's arriving on the same day as Lady Fangblades, betrothed. And he has an engagement ring on.
Yeah, maybe we don't stand here
Yeah,
around. Yeah, maybe we just like see if he has anything good on him and then we leave and
yeah,
discuss this
so
elsewhere.
what I'm gonna do is Arsen's going to take everything on this man's body. Like everything that he can that's valuable. For like information or otherwise. So he takes the ring, he goes through his pockets, his jacket, his bags, and he just takes it.
Maybe wait, I have an idea. Maybe we yell into the trees and
No,
Wesley comes and takes this
no,
body.
I don't think that is the thing that can happen.
Maybe.
You can definitely go yell into the tree if you want, Mitt. Go for
Okay.
it.
Okay. I go yell into the trees, hoping Wesley comes so he could teleport this body out.
Okay, so you go up to a tree and you tell the tree to find Wesley.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It didn't
Okay.
happen. Wesley's not here.
So
Yeah, anyway.
anyway, I get everything off of my dad's body. I take the ring. Do I have to like roll like investigation or anything, or am I good?
You grab. So he has a backpack with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you grab the backpack. You grab the ring. You go through his
Mm-hmm.
pockets. I'm gonna say you don't have to roll investigation. This is a dead
Because he's
body,
dead.
right? Like there's
Mm-hmm.
he's not gonna like try and stop you. You have time here. There's nobody around, and Mitt's here as a lookout.
Yeah.
With incredible passive perception.
Okay.
You grab a wallet of sorts, like a bag of money. You go ahead and add
Mm-hmm.
150 gold to your inventory, or rather,
Thanks, Dad.
if you don't want to take the gold right now, you can put a note in your inventory that you have a bag with 150 gold pieces in it.
Okay. Thanks,
You
Dad.
have his backpack and whatever is in that, and you have the engagement ring.
Okay. And that's all that he had on him?
Yep.
Okay.
Nothing else like in any pockets or anything.
I'm gonna use the prestidigitation on both of us to get all the blood off.
Okay.
And effectively any, like, why would I say fingerprints? This isn't like fucking CSI. Anyway,
I mean,
so
there is a hole in this man's body, so he's going to continue to
yeah.
bleed.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to make this look like a mugging, you know? Because that's just what it's gonna be. And Arsen, after stepping away from the body, he has a lot of mixed feelings right now. He doesn't want to look at it anymore. Every time he does, he feels sick. So he's just gonna be like, "All right, Mitt, let's just go and leave the body here. He was mugged by bandits."
That's it.
Or
It's a shame how it happens. Dangerous city, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess, like, damn, maybe they should get more of those golems, huh? Anyway,
Okay. Go ahead and roll a deception check.
a deception check.
Me or just her?
Arsen.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, 11.
Okay. So you
I don't feel
stage the
I don't
crime,
feel
like
good about
stage
that.
the scene to make it look like a mugging.
Yep.
Hey, can I assist on that since
Please.
Yeah, you can give the help action, sure.
expert
please, Mitt.
expert bounty hunter, I probably hit
Mitt,
some
please.
bodies in my day and I roll even worse with the
Well, I
6
mean,
to
if you're giving the help
Oh.
action, then
Yeah,
Arsen would roll
okay,
with
okay.
advantage. So
Okay,
Okay, so
okay,
I'm gonna roll one more
yeah.
time.
yes, Arsen, roll again.
Natural 19. Oh, 28.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Phew.
All right. So like
Thank you, Mitt.
between you and
Yeah.
Mitt, you staged the scene to look like it was a mugging.
And we don't tell anybody about this. We just keep this between us until we're off this island. Until we're off this island at least.
Oh my god. I'll think about it. Let's
All right.
Okay. And we go back. And we go back and we go in the it's dark now, right? Do we have to roll stealth to sneakily make our way in to the
You
manor?
can
I'm still
roll stealth.
from before. I don't know if my stealth is broken, but
I mean, if you like came out to give the
20
help
feet.
action, that's an
Okay.
action. So go ahead and roll stealth again to
I
sort
got
of
20
try and
30.
slip back in. Easy clap.
yeah, I got
Yeah,
a
we're fine.
30.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
slip
we're
back into
okay.
the city. I believe you cast Pass Without Trace earlier, like prior to
Yeah.
the murder. I don't remember the duration on it, but I feel like it's up to an hour, so that would have fallen off by now.
That's okay.
Um,
We still got pretty good stealth.
Otherwise, that would 40 stealth. You never existed.
Yeah.
You head back into Oscherberg, start to sort of make your way through town, avoiding anybody's like line of sight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to go unseen.
Mm-hmm.
Headed
Whew.
back to Fangblade Manor, I presume.
Yes.
Mitt headed back
Yeah.
as well. Okay.
I'm going to head back to talk to Kiavara, but then I will probably stay at the tavern for the night.
Okay. It's not nighttime yet. It was lunchtime when you, Arsen, Mitt, and Kiavara were headed back from Billy's.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got back to Fangblade Manor
Mhm.
after like Arsen got the news about his dad, and then head back out. So it's it's afternoon, probably like 3 or 4 at this
God,
point, right? Given like time, like travel
okay.
time, and how like
Yeah.
spending time to stage a crime scene, right?
Yeah, then I want to go back to the manor and see if Kiavara wants to go see Billy with the book.
Okay. So you two head back. Nobody, as far as you are aware, nobody notices you. Nobody stops you on the street. You don't make eye, like nobody catches your vision, right? Or like locks eyes with you on your way. So you can feel pretty confident that nobody spotted you coming into the town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
And
have
you
a
make
30
it
stealth walking back. I don't think anybody's.
and you make it back
God.
to Fangblade Manor.
Whew.
Another day of work.
Are there any of the little, like, what
Staff?
are they called? Retainers? Yeah.
Yeah. Alvin gets the door for you to let you in.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I
like, welcome back, Arsen.
Hello.
Hello.
Could you run me a bath, like a luxurious bath?
Absolutely, yes. Um, I will come
And
fetch you when it's ready.
and wine.
Of course.
Like not a lot of it, but just a little bit, just a little bit.
I shall return momentarily.
Okay.
You see Alvin heads off to go and draw you a bath and fetch you some wine.
You just kind of like Arsen kind of slumps against the wall in the foyer a little bit. Still kind of like processing. There was a lot. That was a bunch.
A few minutes go by. Alvin comes back. Right this way. I will escort you to the bath where your wine awaits. If you would
Thank you,
like,
thank you.
there is a room where you can disrobe and set your belongings down, or you can go ahead and put those in your room, and we can certainly stop on the way there.
Sounds good. And Arsen does just that. He when he's dropping off his belongings in his room, and to undress, I suppose Alvin waits outside, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just like while setting everything down, can I search inside of the backpack
Yeah.
real quick? Okay, what's in there?
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. 7, even though the bag's in front of me.
So you look through. There's two notebooks.
Mm-hmm.
One is it's like a small sort of like spiral, uh, like notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Another one looks like a ledger, maybe. Um, you don't really take the time to like thumb through it right now because you have
Mm-hmm.
other like there's somebody waiting for you. You don't want to wait too long and
Yeah.
seem suspicious. Um, there's a change of clothes, and there are some identification papers.
The identification papers. What do they say?
Um, it is a record of name change,
Mm-hmm.
stamped by uh, some office that you're unfamiliar with,
Mm-hmm.
and um, kind of like tucked, like folded behind it is a document that seems to be like a like working papers,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe like an
Permit.
employment contract type thing, like work, like
Mm-hmm.
permit to do a job. It seems super old and like the paper's like kind of yellowed with time, but it's also in the bag.
Okay. So it's just I just did a quick little look-see to see what was in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the bag in. Can I fit it in with like into my bag a little? Kind of like tuck it in so it's not like noticeable with my belongings.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll say that you can kind of jam it in there.
Okay, and then like the ring, um, I don't really want to get it out of my sight at the moment, but Arsen's gonna like disrobe, put on the little fuzzy robe or whatever he was given, and keep the ring like clenched in his fist. And after all of his stuff is nicely put away and it does not look suspicious in any way whatsoever, he is going to go back out into the hall to meet with Alvin.
You head out of the room. Someone's like, very good. Follow me right this way, and I will lead you to the bathing chambers.
Thank you, Alvin. You are a treat as always.
Happy to be of service. And he escorts you to where you can bathe.
Cool.
Large,
Arsen is
steamy tile room, like this like big
nice.
square bathtub in the middle, like
Mm-hmm.
very like intricately designed like faucets and fixtures and stuff. There's like a little room where you can like put your robe down and like a change of clothes if you brought it in and you know what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting on the side, like on the edge of the bathtub, is a glass of wine with a bottle set down next to it.
Okay. Arsen's gonna go in, turn around, look up at Alvin, and be like, "Thank you." I forgot to even think about it. Let Kashel know that I'm back. I kind of left abruptly earlier to run an errand. So you know, just let him know that I'm here. And then just gonna relax. I've had a day.
Very good, sir. I will do as requested.
Thank you. I'll see you later, Alvin.
Yes. And he turns around, exits the room, closes the door behind him, heads off. Kashel, you hear a knock on your door.
Come in.
You see Alvin walks in. He's like, Master Fangblade, it has been requested of me by Master Arsen that I inform you he has returned and is currently in the bathing chambers, having a bath after a, as he put it, long day.
Sounds about right. Thank you very much, Alvin.
Yes, of course. He closes the door behind him and heads off to go return to his duties.
Arsen is already like nose deep in the hot, soothing bathtub, has taken small sips of wine, and is occasionally peeking at the ring, making sure like it's not obvious that he's looking at it, but he's looking at it and he's thinking.
Does he have little bath fizzies? Like,
like what do you mean? Like little soap bubbles?
yeah.
Yeah, there's soap bubbles everywhere. His little head's just peeking out, his tail's flicking up, that you can't see anything but his little horns and eyes and his fingers like holding the ring. He is deep in thought.
Okay. Mitt, you're at the manor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and try to find Kiavara. I've actually never left the foyer of the manor, so I don't know the layout or anything. I've never been past the foyer.
Give me a investigation check.
Sure. 16.
Yeah, you walk around for a little while, and are able to sort of just like more or less like luckily, you just kind of like walk around, knock on some doors, most of which nobody's in. Like it's like you knock on like a door to a closet.
Okay.
But eventually you knock on a door and you find Kavar's room.
Well, no, I'm in the library.
Oh, that's right. You are in the library with Lena.
Yeah.
I mean, for all intents and purposes at this moment, the library is your room, for you are inside it.
Okay.
Okay.
You are in possession of the library.
Nice, my library.
Who's in here? Is it Lena and Keavara?
Yeah.
Okay. Got a lot of educated people in this group. Yeah, I go in and I say, Keavara, do you want to go back and see Billy about your book? I know we didn't have a lot of time earlier, but I think we got some time now.
I had just finished sliding a note to Lena. It was written in Elvish that I had information for her and to meet up later. So I kind of just look at her and tell her that I will see her later because I do want to go see Billy to talk about my book.
Bye-bye.
And, having Mitt there to communicate with
Yeah.
Rascal.
He just made it.
I just like really casually wave goodbye and be like, yeah, see you later.
When I
I mean,
spoke to him,
I
he
don't.
just made it seem like it would be a bad thing. I mean, you can come
I
with us. Need some fresh air.
Where?
We're gonna go see our friend Billy.
Who is Billy?
Our
He's
friend.
he's our friend. He's a good guy. He's going to do a little bit of a investigation on a book for her that may help us out.
Huh? Do you
It's
think
not
you're
a
gonna?
far walk.
Do you think you're gonna need my help?
I mean, if you want some fresh air, I know haven't seen you out about the town yet, so
Yeah, I haven't left the town. I guess going out could be interesting.
And it involves a book.
you
I
love
mean,
books. Obviously, we're in this library.
Mitt, you
Well-
know, like you, in your experience, Billy is an information broker and black marketeer.
Yeah,
So he's a good person to know just because he has a lot of information and he can
Yeah.
get a lot of information.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, but I also don't know anything about like Lena, so it's not like I could use that to bargain with the character into going if she wanted to go or not. That's why it's just like a passive invitation if you want to come on with us over to the other town.
Yeah, I'll go. Like you're telling me about a book. Personally, I really like the books I can read. Because any other book is useless.
Yeah.
But
Everybody wants to know something, and my experience is Billy's that guy. Billy knows a lot about a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of have my own investigation going on right now.
He might be able to help you.
Um,
Just bring something to trade. He's not a free guy.
Oh God.
I have a little extra gold if you need a loan.
Yeah, I have exactly like I show my completely empty gold pouch. I have exactly 0 gold right now.
I can spot you if you need information out of him. Don't worry about it. Just 100% compounding interest per day. You'll get it back to me eventually.
I just pull up the fake arcane focus. Like, here, I'll trade.
You're just like, that's a lot of money.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'll come. We'll see. We'll see what this Billy character is like.
Awesome. And as I'm assuming we head out, I'm going to. How long did you say the walk is again, Mike?
It's about like 30, 45 minutes. It's not super long.
Okay. If with my passive perception, if I deem anything like unusual, just because I just witnessed a murder and what have you, I will pass without a trace us if we need it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be on my toes as we go, and I'm going to stealth our walk on over there anyway, and it's a 29.
All right. If anybody else wants to, we call it a group stealth check to kind of just like move through the town without drawing
They're just like following
passive
me.
suspicion. So if Kevara and Lena, if you two want to roll stealth, we'll just kind of take the average of it and
Yeah. And then
Let's go.
if we see anything suspicious, I can pass.
That's gonna be a nat 20 for me,
Alright.
which
yeah.
totals to 27.
And I got
So-
a 28. So as long as you don't roll a 1, we're good, Kevar.
I rolled a
Yeah.
14. It's fine.
Okay,
I only
we're
got
good.
a
I think we're
20 for
good.
Our
banged up
average is
street.
a 20, so
Yeah, you like the three of you move through town over to Shadowglade. Don't draw any suspicion to each up to yourselves.
perfect.
Make it out of Asherberg into Shadowglade. Head over to Billy's. Walk inside. You see Billy there. This like again like he looks like a werewolf cat, right?
Yeah, he's just
Or it's like
mangy.
his
He's
like
mangy.
he's got like missing pieces of hair. It's like
Yeah,
looks like kind of gross.
yeah,
Like truly, like he's not an attractive tabaxi guy.
yeah.
He's
I'm
just kind of
getting
like
shampoo for that.
he's like really big, like big kind of like greenish-y gold eyes.
Yeah. I want
Mhm.
to roll a perception to see if anything in the shop has changed since we left. Also, I want to roll a perception to kind of like peek out the window and make sure we weren't followed.
I will let you do one of those two things.
I'm gonna make sure we weren't followed.
Okay.
7. Not 1.
That's a nat 1.
Yeah.
You don't see anybody out there.
Can I make sure we weren't followed for no other reason than
Sure.
Mitt was looking around? It creeped me out. That's 13.
You don't see anybody outside.
Cool.
You
Someone
walk
check the
into shop.
inside.
Somebody check the inside.
You walk into the shop. It's like there's nothing there. There's nothing on any of the shelves. There's just a counter that looks like it would be like a shop counter, and you see Billy on the other side.
Billy, I brought my friends back.
Yeah. I can see that. Right. So, look, come around. Head outside. Come around back. You're gonna see a trash can. Right. Move the trash can. There's a door under it. Knock on the door 4 times. Not 5 times, not 3 times. Knock on the door 4 times. Okay?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll insight
We'll,
on this.
we'll talk there.
Okay. Golly.
Guy seems paranoid.
Okay. I mean, he's an information broker, you know. Tabaxi, we're just a paranoid people. We go outside and do we see anything out of the usual, or is it just kind of like the same scene as when we came in?
Same scene.
Okay, we go and we knock 4 times.
All right. You knock, you see the trash can. It's like this sort of like medium sized aluminum trash can. Move the trash can, the trapdoor under it, knock on it 4 times. And Billy opens up a hatch underneath, and he's like, you see him now, and he's like wearing this like nice white suit, like well dressed. All of a sudden, he has his like tufts of hair kind of like brushed back, and he's like,
Yeah.
right. All right, come on in.
How did you change so? Never mind. You know what? Never mind.
Look, some things better left unanswered. Okay.
Sure.
Fair
All right.
enough.
Are those real clothes?
Oh yeah, these are real.
Okay. Didn't illusion them. We're not
No, you
looking
wanna-
at a half-naked
You want to
cat.
touch? They're very soft.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm gonna reach out and touch the clothes.
Yeah, they're like made of like
Yep.
silk or something. Like
Do you have an extra tux I can put on?
you couldn't
I feel
afford it.
underdressed. No, you don't know what I can afford nowadays, Billy.
You know what? That's fair. We'll talk later.
Okay.
All right, come on in. You walk in, and this like really large room. There's like this like white sort of like L-shaped sectional couch with a fireplace in front of it, like a coffee table, white marble flooring, like nice like sort of like paintings and stuff on the walls, and just like shelves of magic items, and like like different scrolls and books and stuff just like all over.
Oh
It's like,
wow.
right. Go ahead, sit down, make yourselves at home. And
Billy, you've really done well for yourself. This place is nice.
yeah, I try. Just don't take anything. You don't careful what you touch, you don't know what's gonna try and touch back. You know what I mean?
Can I roll a investigation to see if I see anything cool?
I mean you pass with your like just you have an 11 passive investigation. A lot of stuff in here is super neat.
Oh sweet, I noticed that too, I guess.
Billy,
Like-
what stuff do you have that touches back?
I mean, a lot of it, like
Like, what's your coolest thing you got?
the coolest thing I got. I don't know. I got some like 9th level spell scrolls. I got a book that
Oh.
was supposedly written by some sort of like deity or whatever about like it's crazy. Like a lot of the stuff don't even make sense. I don't know. Anyway, you
What would you-
lady. What?
No, you go ahead and help her. I'll wait. We'll do business afterwards.
All right.
I mean,
Okay.
can I browse?
Yeah, you can look around. Just don't touch anything.
All right, I'll make sure not to touch anything. But thank you, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just start like slowly moving around, just looking at everything without touching anything.
Okay. Billy looks over at you, Kayavara, like, okay. That book
Yeah.
that you got, can I see it?
Yeah. And I just kind of pull it out of my bag. I'm sitting at like a table, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of set it on the table, but keep my hand on it, just lightly.
He looks at it, and like he kind of like he's like holding his hands over it. He's like not touching it right now, and he's like, "What the fuck? Where did you get this?"
Oh, I found it by normal means.
Go ahead and roll deception.
Okay. Wow, and that one.
That is certainly lower than his natural 5.
Yeah, I have a 5, but it was a nat one.
Like, right, yeah. Look. I am also a finder of things, so I got it. Found it. Okay. He reaches into his into his jacket pocket and pulls out some like weird looking glasses with like it's like a layer of lenses and then a smaller layer of lenses and then like 2 different sized lenses and they're all different colors and shapes and stuff. And he puts the glasses on and he looks at it and he's like, "Whoa, what the fuck is this? Oh my god."
It's a book sealed with powerful arcane magic. Have you never seen one?
I mean, I've seen plenty, but not like this.
Like, what can you tell me about it?
Well, I can tell you that whoever made this really doesn't want anybody to fucking open it. That's what I can tell you. Holy fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I've handed it to a few people who wanted to open it. They got blasted into walls, off a cart, through windows. I think one fell
Ye-
into the ocean.
Okay. What do you want for it?
I can't sell this, or trade it, or give it away.
Right. Okay. All right. I believe you. Uh, why are you carrying something like this around? This thing's like a fucking like you're walking around with a fucking bomb ready to blow at any moment.
Well, I made a promise to somebody that I would keep it in my possession. And that is what I have done.
Made a promise to somebody.
More like a deal.
Oh, so like a patron.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. You got to keep it on you, keep it safe, whatever, yada yada. All right.
And I just want to know what it's about. I can't open it. Nobody else can open it. I've been attacked most of my life holding on to this.
Mind if I
Just
try
giving.
something? This is probably going to be a waste of time, but you mind if I give try a thing out and see if I can't maybe finagle this open a little bit?
Sure. And I kind of like start preparing a heal just in case.
Like, all right. Y'all might want to stand back a little bit if the thing's gonna blow up. Then maybe like go back like I don't know, like 10, 20, 30 feet or whatever.
I'm gonna step
Uh,
back.
And you
I'm
see
just like
Billy.
peeking behind the couch.
Billy like reaches into a pocket and like starts like rifling through some papers, looks at one, and like reads off a spell from the page and casts knock on the book. And then you see Billy gets like sort of knocked up into the air, hits the ceiling as the book repels him upwards.
Oh no, poor Billy.
Does he take any damage? Should I just toss the eye at
He
him?
takes 8 and he takes 13 damage as the
Okay.
book just kind of like shunts him up into the ceiling.
Mitt's kind of like just sitting behind the couch laughing right now.
All right. Just because it's my character's instinct at this point, I'm just gonna toss a heal. Me D6. Go. Yeah, there we go. 5 HP back.
All right.
It's better
Uh,
than nothing.
Billy gets up and he's like, "Oh fuck, oh boy, that'll put hair on your balls. God damn. Okay, all
I'm
right."
just in the corner of the room, and I just like, yeah, that's something.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure everybody could notice me just instinctively tossing a heal out. Just-
Well, I appreciate the heal, and you were not kidding about this book not being openable. But now I want to know why it's not openable.
I want to know that too. Like, do you know what kind of magic? Is it just regular like more powerful sealing magic? Is it
Well, if it was locked in any way, then the knock, like I just used knock, that would have opened it.
yeah.
So it's not that it's a locked book. Could be a sentient book that doesn't want itself to be opened. It could be maybe maybe it's a key to a lock, and opening it unlocks the lock. And then we'd have to find the lock in order to open the book to be the key, but that seems like it's too many steps. Okay. I know a guy who might. I don't know how willing you are to like figure this out.
At this point, pretty willing.
All right, I'll give you this one for free. I say for free. I'm gonna give you some information, and then if you can open this book, I want you to come back and tell me what the book is.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. So,
Can we shake on that deal? Just like
well, he's gonna. Yeah, he reaches his hand out,
all right,
and
cool.
he's like,
I shake.
now normally, never mind, it's fine. He shakes your hand, and he's like, okay, so on the north side of the island, there's a mage tower, right? Apparently, some hotshot magic type guy built it who knows how long ago. Rumor is he's crazy, right? I don't know how crazy. I ain't never been there myself. But like people are talking about how maybe this guy's kidnapping people and brainwashing them to be slaves, and I don't know. You know how wizards can get, right? You learn enough stuff and you go insane. But from what I've been able to gather, this man, woman, fucking turtle, bird, I don't know. He's one of the best there is, right? Part of something that used to exist, or maybe still does, some like clandestine secret society like thing called the Convocation, right? There's this group of wizards from all over the world. They get together and like subtly, not so much, influence the course of events for everybody else. If those rumors are to be believed, if you take this book there and show it to him, he might be able to figure out how to get it open, or at least tell you what it is, right?
Yeah. I'm assuming it'd probably be dangerous if things go the wrong way, though.
Well, I mean, if it's a mage tower, so there's undoubtedly going to be some sort of like magical traps and, warding things to keep people out or stop people from going up in there, whatever. But there's also probably a whole bunch of fucking cool loot and shit, right?
Probably.
I mean, like potions and alchemies and, whatever, like cool stuff. I mean, like, look at all the shit I got in my house, and this is just a box. It's not even a tower. Imagine all the cool shit I could have if I had a tower. Like, it'd be, like the same amount of stuff, but, 70 feet tall.
That'd be a lot of cool stuff.
Why don't you move to a tower then?
You see Billy looks over at you, still wearing his glasses. He looks over at you, leaning. He's like, "What the fuck? Jesus Christ, Mitt, what are you walking around with?"
That's Lena. What do you mean?
He walks up to you, Lena, realizing that he might have an understanding of something that the other people that you're with don't. And he gets kind of close to you, and he's like, "Do you mind telling me how you are a magical dead zone?"
A what?
He's a zombie?
So, like,
I don't think he called me dead. Just wait a second there.
Lena, when did you die?
so he's not saying that. I mean, he's like, "Look, judging by all of your robes and hoods and stuff, I'm gonna guess that you're like a wizard, sorcerer, maybe a warlock, some kind of magic person, right? You do magic stuff."
I'm a wizard, yes.
Okay. So everything has some sort of magic to it, right? Like Mitt over there, he's some kind of like he's got magic shit about him, right?
What's magic about me, Billy?
I'm having a conversation, Mitt. Shut the fuck up.
How soft your fur is.
What the heck, man?
Yes. So like there's some magic that permeates basically everything that exists.
Yeah, exactly. Except you.
Oh,
Like, I don't even know how. What do I got? How can I explain this to? Do you mind if I show them what I'm, so that way they know I'm not crazy right now? Out of these two,
Oh.
which one do you trust more?
Kivara, but how are you gonna show?
Well, the glasses. It's the glasses.
Oh, it's the glasses. All right, yeah.
Yeah, the glasses are enchanted with a bunch of divination magic, so that way I can like see things that are trying to be hidden. It's really
Oh.
useful when trying to appraise things that people try and pass off as something, but it's actually bullshit, right?
Oh yeah, that does sound extremely useful.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in the information business and also you work in the black market, it's incredibly helpful to know when somebody's trying to pull one over on you. Anyway,
I can guess.
he walks over to you, Kavar, and he takes the glasses off and he just kind of puts them on you and like flicks the lenses over. He's like, "So you tell me what I'm not seeing." And you look at Lena, and you see the robe, right? And you see the spell book on like has some like magic to it, and the sword has some magic to it, but there isn't a person there. Like the person that should be wearing and carrying those things is gone.
There's like no just energy source. It's just
It's blank.
I try to
Like-
wave. Like you see the rope moving, but there's still nobody there.
Lena, did you die?
No, if it was a dead person, there'd be like necromancy bullshit
Yeah,
going on.
like dead people have a ton of magic in them because that's undead people, I should say, have a ton of magic in them because that's how they're undead in the first place.
But yeah, you're not crazy.
Okay. All right, that's good. Sometimes I
gonna
get
hand
worried.
Back.
He puts the glasses back on. He's like, "Did you is somebody trying to hunt you down or something? Did you are you casting spells on yourself to make you non-detectable and whatever? Or
Not that I know of. I mean, did you ever meet any other creature that was like this, that didn't have like this magic presence? Or is this the first time you see this?
No, I've never seen anything like this that wasn't deliberate.
All right. I mean, it might be deliberate, but I wouldn't know about that.
What do you mean you wouldn't know about it?
All right, so okay, so like here's the thing, right? Some time ago, I woke up in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I was in a hideout, right? But like there was nobody in there, and the hideout was in the middle of nowhere. And I had no memories prior to waking up there. So if people did something to me, I don't remember it.
Woke up in a hideout in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Where have I heard that before?
I don't know. Maybe it's a common story.
Was Lena captured by the wizards?
I was on the mainland. I wasn't on the islands.
Do you remember where? No, it's not important. Jesus. First this weird book, and then whatever the hell's going on with you, lady. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try and look into this. Whatever's going on with you. If you want to go and figure out what's going on with that book, I would recommend going to that tower.
Purely hypothetical question regarding that. Let's say someone created an artificial sort of life form. Would that creature have the magic signature?
Oh yeah, of course. Like all the fucking like robots and shit that got moved into town.
They also have that.
Yeah, there is magic about them in some way or another. You, whatever is going on with you, there's nothing. It's as though somebody really doesn't want anyone to find you. And if it wasn't you who did it, right? Like if it's not you like casting like non-detection on yourself, then something about you is something that somebody really didn't want anyone to find.
I mean, that's in the end that ended up being counterproductive because you found me because of that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, how many people are walking around with, you know, like divination glasses looking
yeah,
at
of
just
course.
random whatever? But like,
Yeah, you're the first person I meet who has that. But
this is what I mean. I'll show you. He goes through like the pile of papers that he has again and casts scry on you. And all of you can see this through the sensor. Like he shows everybody and he's like, you're not there. Right? So like I'm scrying on this room right now. And where you should be is nothing, right? But if I were to attempt to scry on you, given what I'm seeing, right, what we're all seeing, it wouldn't work. Like, do you have any really powerful enemies that you were trying to hide from, or like?
I mean, that's a possibility. As I said, I don't remember
no memories, right?
anything. So if I did have very powerful enemies I'm trying to hide from, I don't know who they are.
I mean, that's a pretty good way to not, you know, accidentally stumble across any of the enemies, because if you don't know who they are, then you can't seek them out. Which makes it also harder for them to try and interrogate anybody to figure out who you are if you're looking for them, so that way they can find you again. Because if you don't know who they are, then you can't accidentally slip any information about any. That's pretty good. I might have to remember that.
Glad to be of service, I guess.
Okay. Well, this is wild. I thought that I was just gonna look at this fucking crazy ass book, but also we have whatever it is that you are.
Yeah, on the subject of what I am, what do you know about the Church of the Shadowed Queen?
Well, I know a bit. I know that they had they started out as kind of a cult. They still kind of are a little bit of a cult, only they've become more established, so I guess now people don't think of them as a cult. They follow some broad that like died a while, like long time ago. Some people she was like she wanted to some lady wanted to like become a god or whatever. Uh and it ended up getting it killed. She made some enemies with some fucking group of people, and they figured out a way to take her out. And the church has this really strong feeling that she's going to come back someday, and they're trying to bring that to fruition. Right? They're trying to resurrect or something. I mean, I you know, try and bring back the lady that they all worship as some kind of like deific creature. Yeah, I mean, what do you want to know? Like, you want to know where they're based out of? You want to know who runs it? Like,
I mean, those would be useful information. But I'd also like to, I don't know, get a better idea of like what they're doing to bring back this almost deity, basically.
okay, yeah, I can get that information for you.
All
What's it
right.
worth?
I don't have anything, honestly. Like, I'm not sure what I can give for that.
I got 25 gold on it.
Could find you a really cool thing in that wizard tower to bring back.
Yeah, that's a good trade because I'm assuming Billy's not brave enough to go to the tower with us.
Okay, we can work on that. Go ahead, go to the tower. Talk to the guy, get whatever information you can about your book. Let me know what tell me, you know, whatever that is. And then you know, bring back some really neat, hard to find, magical, and you bring that back, and then I'll give you the information that you need about your weird cult.
Cool.
And if you can't find anything that's super valuable, then I'll trade the information for some information. You know, anything that I could use to blackmail anybody.
All right. I guess that's something I can agree to. Well, it depends who you'd want to blackmail. There are some people I don't
I
want
mean,
blackmailed.
really anybody in power, you know, that's real nice. Anybody that I could use, you know, information that I could use to get myself out of trouble, or that I could trade to somebody for something more, right?
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
All right, awesome. See, look at that, making deals. Okay,
Well, at least you're not a devil.
no,
At least we don't know that.
no. I'm not a devil. I'm a cat.
Yeah, I assume the devil would smell a lot better than Billy does.
What are you talking? I don't smell bad at all. I got a full shower back there. It's one of those fancy rain showers, really high water pressure.
Let me
I
try on your
bathe in
fancy
lavender
glasses.
oil. I just what do you? Fuck you,
Let me
man.
try on your fancy glasses. What the heck, man?
Fuck you, man.
I mean, I bring you customers and you're so hostile to me. I don't know, you treat like a guest here. The last time I sent business this way.
You want to try on the fancy glasses?
Yes.
All right. He takes the glasses off and he puts them on your face.
Thank you. I walk around with them on looking at everything.
Yeah, every object in here is magical in some way. Like everything on the shelves is a ton of magic shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this like sort of black zone, like this dead zone where
Mm-hmm.
wherever Lena is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just meandering about with the glasses on. That's it.
And a blinding rave zone on the table.
Yeah. Okay.
Suppose we go get our other friends and head to the Mage Tower.
Now look, you guys are welcome back whenever you want. I'm more than happy to have you in. If you ever need anything, any items, any information on whoever, whatever, let me know. Okay?
Oh, will do. Thank you a lot.
Just remember, move the trash can, knock 4 times. No more, no less.
All right.
As long
Okay.
as nothing
Remember
drops
that.
out of the trash can.
Yeah. 4
Tired
times.
of that shit.
Oh, real quick. Kavara, right?
Yes.
Does the name Zabakiel mean anything to you?
No. No.
Okay. All right. Mitt, give me my glasses back.
What glasses?
Mitt, I swear to God, give me my glasses
No.
back.
What glasses?
Mitt.
Just kind of looking off to the side and fidgeting right now.
Listen, let me borrow them for the Mage Tower so I can find cool items. I'll bring them back. What if I bring you something non-magic and then it was a waste of time? You might as well let me take them so I can scout something out. Look, it's Scout's Honor. You know my name. You know you know my family. I'm not gonna steal your glasses. I'll bring them back.
Give me the glasses back, Mitt.
I hate tabaxi.
Yeah, we all do.
We're not bringing you anything back from the Mage Tower, you smelly mutt.
I need stuff to bring back to him.
You could have given him 2 dirt rocks. He doesn't know any better.
He has magic glasses.
He's stupid.
I have a fake arcane focus, but I'm pretty sure the golden is real.
Billy takes the glasses back from Mitt. He's like, remember our
Telling
deals?
everyone, we don't have a deal.
I mean, I don't have a deal with you, but I have a deal with these
Yeah.
two ladies who seem that they seem to want information about things
Yeah.
that are personal to them.
You know Bobby that lives up the street? The little kid?
Yeah, little kid, he's a good kid.
Yeah, I'm telling him where you live. I'm telling him about your little hideout.
That's fine.
And I'm telling the cops.
I mean, if
You
look,
should just let me take the glasses.
Mitt, if you want to tell the cops, you can go ahead and tell the cops. It's going to be real bad for them.
They're gonna know to knock 4 times.
Uh-huh.
Not 3, not 5, but 4.
All right, I will see you two lovely ladies another time. Have a safe trip. All right?
Want me to have a safe trip?
Thank you.
Mitt, I would like you to have a safe trip, but I would also like you to stop being an asshole.
You're the asshole. You wouldn't let me use the glasses.
I've never said I wasn't an asshole.
I mean, that's fair game.
Okay. Have a good day, everybody.
You too.
I hope he has a bad day.
You head out of Billy's place.
I'll make sure you have a safe trip, Mitt. Don't worry.
I cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay. If you guys want to go ahead and roll stealth to head back to wherever it is you're going, you can.
Let's do this. That's gonna be 14.
We got a 14
15.
to
Plus
15.
10.
Yeah.
So
So
plus 10 to all of those.
Plus
We're
10
all-
to all of them, yeah.
so 24, 25, and 26. All right.
That's an easy average.
Yeah.
32.
And
No.
you all head back to the manor.
I'm going to the tavern to sleep, and I would have told Kiavara and Lena if they want to go to the Mage Tower, just let me know in the morning.
I mean, I guess we'll see with Cash, Arsen, and Dustrad, but if we don't have anywhere else to go, like if we still have
I mean,
if-
what else do we have to do here?
I mean, yeah, we have free time until the wedding.
I mean, I'm not going to the
Um,
wedding.
Oh,
I could
well,
care. I could care less about the wedding.
I mean, okay, you're not going to the wedding, but I plan on going, and so we still have some free time before the wedding. I guess if we have time to go to the tower and then come back, then yeah, we can definitely do that tomorrow.
I plan to go to the tower whether anybody else wants to go or not. So.
Yeah, just come get me in the morning before you leave, and I'm sure it's fine. I'm at the tavern.
All right,
Will
well,
do.
Kibara, I'm gonna go with you. How far is the tower?
It's on the
Like
north end of the island. He didn't give you like a distance, but I mean, you don't. If you want, you can go ahead and give me a perception check on your way into for like see if you can see it on the horizon on your way into Osterberg.
It's gonna be a 7. I keep the habit of rolling really low perception checks.
20, not Nat.
I mean, Lena, you do have the hood in front of your face, so it makes it difficult to see.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Kavara, you can see it in the distance, like on the horizon. You see like this sort of like silhouette. Like the island's relatively flat, so you can kind of make it out in the distance. It looks like it's pretty far away.
Them tiefling eyes coming in handy.
You also see in the horizon to the north an ominous dark cloud stretching out further
Ooh,
across the horizon.
looks like rain's gonna be hitting soon.
That's unfortunate.
But yeah, I can make it out on the horizon, so
All right, so it shouldn't be that far.
I guess all the flat earthers were right.
So, Lena, you're a zombie, right?
No, I'm not. If I was a zombie, I would be full of necrotic magic. Necrotic magic.
I don't know. You could be a special zombie. We'll figure it out eventually.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not rotting right now, so that's.
Have you ever
know.
thought about eating brain?
I can say I have, no.
Greg, what do you think?
Greg shakes his head.
Okay. Well, I'll see you guys in the morning then. Or unless you guys want to go to the tavern in the middle of the night, like that's cool with me too.
No.
We could
When
go
you say-
scout it out.
When you said tavern, you mean tower?
Yeah, tower. Sorry, I'm a little tired.
Yeah. fair
Kivar,
enough.
we could go scout it out tonight if you want.
I
I could go
sure,
scout
why
it out.
not?
Yeah. All right. Come wake me up in like 8 hours and we'll go.
All right, heard.
Good night.
Mitt parts from the group, heads back to the tavern. Lena and Kavara, you guys head back to Fangblade Manor.
I mean, we had something to talk about, so maybe I'm just like, hey, before we go back, is there some, some place we can go?
Yeah, because I didn't want to do it at the manor because our supposed enemy was there. I don't know what kind of spying could be around there.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys can like dip off into an alley or something and have a conversation. There's
Well,
also
we don't need the trash cat again.
there's also like there's a diner you could go to if you wanted to like have a conversation like in a place. But yeah, you can find somewhere to kind of
Coffee.
talk just like amongst yourselves.
All right, yeah, we'll just dip into an alley.
Sounds good. Do we want to go to a different character, or do we deal with this now?
We can do this now.
All right.
Okay. So, Lena,
Yes.
at the lighthouse, I got a little message from my patron, and they seem to be looking for you.
Or me.
Yeah. I'm
Who's your
telling you this.
patron?
Well, my patron is my patron. I'm sorry, I can't give you any more information than that.
All right.
But I can give you that information that they are looking for you.
Okay. So
And
what
I
should
know
I
you don't have
expect?
I know you don't have any memories, but I was wondering if you know why they would be or have any idea of why they would be.
Can't say I do. I mean, okay, so I don't know who your patron is, so that's problem number one. And yeah, I have no memories of anything that preceded the like a year, a month or two ago, something like that. So unless I met your patron in that year without realizing that was, some greater being capable of taking warlocks under their wing, because I don't, I don't think I've met anyone like that during that year, unless they were, like, as I said, hiding. So unless I angered someone I didn't know was a patron during that year, I really couldn't I couldn't help with that. I have no idea who it could be or why. If I find, if I find out more stuff about my past, um, maybe that's gonna help, like, elucidate some of this mystery. But for now, especially without you being able to tell me who your patron is, I feel like I really don't have anything to give you, unfortunately.
No, that's fine. I'm letting you know this. But I'm also not gonna tell them that you're with us or anything.
Are you sure your patron can't, like, see through you or something like that? Like, I'm not sure how, warlock packs work.
Hoping
Um,
that?
so, like, that would be scary.
I guess we'll find out when we go down that road.
Oh God. All right.
And yeah, I ended at that, giving no more information than just what I had said.
Okay.
So now I know someone is looking for me. That's not unnerving at all.
A powerful being.
Yeah, like a powerful being who has warlocks working for him or her, um, or them, whatever gender. Just like, yeah, that's scary.
We'll cut back to the manor where Arsen is wrapping up his long, relaxing
Much
soak,
needed bath. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
enjoying some nice
Yes.
wine.
Going through a midlife crisis at the age of 26.
Gotta love the quarter life crisis.
Gotta love the quarter life crisis.
Very important.
What does Arsen want to do?
When he gets out of the bath, are the spare clothes, like, what do they look like?
Your dad's clothes?
I mean, no, sorry. He just came in with his robe. I didn't know if you meant that like Alvin left spare clothes in there or if there was a place to put them.
Oh, no, there was a place to put a change of clothes if you wanted to,
Okay.
like, if you brought them in.
Okay, Arsen did not. So he just climbs out of the tub, puts his little roby back on after shaking off, drying off a little bit, grabs one of the towels for his hair. The ring is in the pocket of his robe. I imagine it's like one of those really nice fluffy ones.
Mhm.
And he looks very cozy. And he'll make his way back to his room and change. Eh, he'll wait a second. He'll sit on the floor with all of his stuff crisscross, still kind of like towel over his shoulder, curled up in the robe a little bit, and properly go through the documents. I wanted to go through the journal, like the ledger. Is it just like a normal like merchant's ledger?
So the the book that looks like it would be a ledger, there's definitely
Mm-hmm.
some like mercantile information in there, like inventory type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you see sort of uh scattered throughout it are like sort of like journal entries
Mm.
um about like, I mean, do you want to take the time to like read them?
Yeah. If you want
Okay.
to send them to me.
Uh
But he'll take like 30 or 40 minutes to just kind of skim through and read.
okay. You read through the book and it's sort of like not a whole lot of stuff super like in depth, right? Like it's just like a few
Mm-hmm.
sentences for each thing.
Hilarious. Arsen does the same thing for his
But it's like
journal entries.
you see that they started right before he left.
Mm-hmm.
Talks about you read through the book and it's sort of this like loose account of like he got a new job working uh, in a mining operation, and you can see that he talks about that a little bit, uh, how he has to leave his family to go do this, to go move and do this job.
Mm-hmm.
um and you see this like he talks about like how good it's going to be for his family, uh being able to make this money, get them out of Shadowglade to a nicer place. He talks about how his wife, your mom, was real not happy about it. Talks about him leaving. He talks about how hard the job is. It's all the manual labor.
Mm-hmm.
Talks about sending money back home. And then it kind of goes dark for a little while. It starts back up months later. There was a cave in. One of the mining tunnels collapsed. The operation gets shut down. He has to figure out a way to get back, and it takes him years to do it. And talks about how he needed a way to make money because all the money that he had, he sent to his wife. Talks about how he starts, like, he was able to kind of like scrounge enough together in order to get some goods to trade. He ends up finding another job working for another person, but he has to they advise him to change his name to be less tiefling. Not
That's
every
racist.
not every country is as accepting of fiendish offspring, right? Something
Mm.
that Arsen most likely would have encountered in his youth.
Mm-hmm.
So you see he goes about changing his name. Talks about him working across Grundale, one of the countries, ends up getting enough money to get a boat and comes back. This was a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Talks about him going to Shadowglade to see his wife and kid. Finds out that his wife committed suicide. Hears that his son is dead. He leaves. Picks up a couple odd jobs here and there. Comes back one day to pay his respects. And you see that he was able to use some of the money that he got to have the town rebuilt. And that's where the journal entries end.
Hmm. Damn. Arsen feels a mixture of two emotions. On one hand, horrible circumstances. Not necessarily his dad's fault in the end, but he can't get rid of that, like, initial anger. Even with the evidence in front of him leaning towards that he didn't intend to abandon his family, but he did. He took that job knowing his wife didn't want him to. He left them. What does the little notebook say?
The spiral
The
notebook.
spiral.
You look in the spiral notebook, and it is a collection of like shorthand notes of eyewitness accounts of people going missing in Erisfall, the
Because he's doing
town.
detective work.
Yeah, the town to the
Mhm.
south. A lot of it's kind of like a lot of the notes are like from people who seem like they're marked down as like not necessarily reliable sources.
Mm-hmm.
But from what you can gather off of the notes, it seems like the general consensus from the people that he spoke with is that people would go missing in the early evening or early in the morning, like right before sunrise and during like right around sunset,
Mm-hmm.
always in the same part of town. And there was never any like traces of any like kidnappings or anything that could be discovered. Anybody that like looked into it was never able to find like any footprints or signs of struggle or anything like that.
Arsen's gonna stare at the books in his hand for a moment, and without really registering it, he mutters to himself, "I want to make a deal, Mr. Alistar."
See, you are
See if that
engulfed
does
in
anything.
flame,
Mm-hmm.
and you are in Alistair's study.
In his little fluffy bathrobe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
See Alistair sort of standing in a corner behind his desk, in front of a bookcase. Turns around, and he's like, "Well, well, well. What can I do for
Hello.
you?"
I think I made a mistake. And I don't know if you can do anything about it. I don't know what powers you have, what it'll cost me. But I assume What? You might already know what I'm here for.
In my business, I try not to make assumptions.
Arsen takes a deep breath, and he doesn't realize it, but he's shaking a little bit. He's a little. I can you can you and he knows it's not likely. Is there a way to go back in time a short while or undo something that's been done that's usually irreversible? Like, I don't know, unkill someone possibly.
People can be unkilled.
Even if it's been a little while.
Sure.
And hypothetically speaking, if I were to ask for this in exchange, what would it be like a life for a life type of situation?
If the life is worth the other, sure.
If would rather than to trade a life in death for to bring another back to life, could I instead trade a life in servitude?
Whose life?
Well, I know I don't look like much, but I've spent my entire life trying to find someone who I thought was the reason that I've had such a hard time, only to discover that I acted too quickly and it caused someone who probably had been through a lot to lose everything. And I didn't even expect to live this long. So what's the cost of my service in any way that it can be had to give somebody who genuinely probably deserves it more than me a chance at doing something more and living a life that they never got to live? A family, maybe, that they never really got to get to.
So, you work for me, and in exchange, I bring dear old dad back from the dead.
Yes.
You see, he holds his hand out to you. It's a deal.
Arsen stares at his hand for a minute before taking a deep breath and reaching out and clasping their hands together tight. And he looks directly into Alistair's eyes and he says, I hope that I can live up to your expectations in the future, and it's a pleasure doing business with you, as always.
Don't worry, I'm sure you will. As he grasps your hand, you feel a burning sensation twist and wrap up your forearm,
Mm-hmm.
up into your chest, and you feel it sort of wrap around your heart. It feels like chains around it.
Mm-hmm. Arsen laughs a little, and he's like, "Could you do me a small little extra favor?
That be.
Could you let me go get him?"
Your dad.
Yeah, could you? I know I don't really look the part right now, but I think he might want to see a familiar face when he wakes up, if that's. I mean, I was the last thing he saw, hilariously.
Oh,
So,
don't worry. As an added bonus, he won't remember anything about the moments before he died.
okay.
After all,
I
he was mugged, right?
correct. I still have his stuff.
Yeah. You should be walking in
That's
any
fine.
minute now. I guess you might want to get to that teary-eyed family reunion.
Our son, how tall is Alistair?
Alistair is very tall. He's a big man.
Our son grips Alistair by the hand and tugs him all the way down and places a little smooch on his cheek. And he says, "Thanks, boss. I appreciate it."
Good luck, kid. And he lets go, and you are back in the room.
Arsen takes several deep breaths and changes into his clothes as quickly as he can. The ring that he has been holding on to is in his pocket. No one's gonna see it. No one's gonna touch it. It's just there. And he makes his way downstairs to the foyer, holding his breath.
You get changed, hide the stuff. You hear a man's voice shout up from the foyer. Penelope, I'm back. It's the strangest thing. I think I got mugged. I don't quite remember what happened.
Arsen kind of steps a little into view.
He pauses for a second. So you look down the staircase at your father. Walks down the kind of like a look of shock on his face. Walks down the foyer and up the stairs towards you.
Arsen can't move, but he's standing there.
You see you see tears welling up in his eyes. Arsen, is that you?
Arsen laughs a little bit and he shrugs a shoulder. And for a second, all you can see is his father's corpse looking back at him because he remembers. But he blinks and a couple tears fall down his cheeks and he shakes his head and he's like, "Yeah, it's me."
I thought you died.
I
He grabs you and he pulls you in and he hugs you. He just kind of
Arsen
weeps with you in his arms.
Arsen freezes up a little bit at the first sign of contact because he hasn't been held in his entire life. And then he relaxes and wraps his arms around his dad's waist and places his face into his chest. And his hand goes up over his back a bit where he placed the knife in just hours prior, and he grips the back of his shirt and he's just like, "I'm sorry it took this long."
I'm sorry I didn't find you.
Arsen leans back. I took everything I could, and I left as soon as I found Mom in the morning, that morning, and I didn't look back. And I searched for you because I blamed you. I needed someone to blame, and you weren't there, so it was just easier.
It's okay.
Ironically, I've been looking for you for the past 20 years.
You're just a boy. I deserved your blame.
I probably would have killed you if given the chance.
I wouldn't have blamed you if you did. Can't imagine how hard it's been for you. I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to give you the life that I wanted you to have.
Well, if anything, and Arsene leans back so he can properly look up at his dad. I'm pretty resourceful. You know, I've lived this long. I have a bit of a problem with my sticky fingers, but hasn't gotten me in trouble yet. So, despite everything, I think I turned out okay.
He puts his hands on your face. He's like, I'm sure that you did. I'm sure you did turn out okay. My
Hey,
boy.
did you know that we have a similar taste in human?
Uh, uh, I hope that you're not
Arsene,
talking about your
Ars
mom.
Arsene laughs and he's like, you know how Miss Fangblade over here has a son?
Yeah, Kashel, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, I didn't know you were here, or that, you were gonna probably, I'm guessing you're gonna get hitched to her.
Yeah, we were are engaged.
I hope it's not too awkward, but I may have, if you want to get technical about it, made out with my stepbrother-in-law in the future.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, you're both
I'm sure it's
adults,
fine.
so
I'm sure it's fine. That's not weird. That's not weird.
I mean, it's not like you were raised together, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't want to like one weird family get together. Weird saying the
That's
word family.
yeah. You see, Penelope walks down the hall and sees the two of you.
Arsene feels immense guilt for 2 seconds. Uh, and kind of like doesn't make eye contact and looks down at his feet.
Reginald, I thought that you would have been back earlier. I was starting to worry, but I'm so glad that you're here now. You see, your dad looks at her. He's like, yeah, I woke up in in a field outside town. I think I must have gotten jumped and mugged by someone. Penelope, I would love to introduce you to my son.
Arsen laughs a little awkward and waves his hand. Yeah, I didn't see this coming either.
She looks at you and she's like, I thought that you said that your son was dead. It's like, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was.
Surprise. I'm alive.
She looks at the two of you and she's like, well, I mean, now that you mention it, you do look an awful lot alike. I suppose that makes sense. You see, she walks over and she gives your dad a hug. She looks at you.
Arsen kind of. Mm-hmm.
She kind of ruffles your hair a little bit.
Jeez. He cries more without thinking about it.
I suppose.
He's just...
She looks over and she's like, Balvin, could you fetch Kashel for me? And Balvin's like, yes, of course,
Oh
madam.
boy.
And he runs off to get Cash. Knocks on Cash's door. It's like, excuse me, Master Fangblade. Your mother has requested your presence.
Okay, I'll be right down.
Excellent.
And I leave my room, head down the stairs.
This is gonna be really hard to explain to Mitt later.
You head
It'll just
down.
re-kill him. It's fine.
No.
And you see your mom with Arsen and an older tiefling gentleman who looks very much like Arsen.
When Cash is in eyesight, Arsen's gonna look him dead in the eye with a look that says, "Don't fucking say anything right now."
Cash, go ahead and roll insight on that look.
Oh no.
For once.
14.
Yeah, you
Oh.
get it. You get the message.
All right.
Oh, thank God.
Cashel,
Well,
as you approach them, and the Arsen's dad walks over to you, kind of wipes the tears from his eyes, reaches a hand out. He's like, I'm. It's a pleasure to meet you, Kashel. I'm Reginald. I'm the man who is engaged to your mother.
oh, it's very nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you, and I go to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand and he kind of looks back over his shoulder at Arsen. And he looks at you and he's like, and thank you for taking care of my boy.
Cash's eyes just go super fucking wide.
Arsen clears his throat. Anyway, Dad, we need to catch up soon, but I'm sure you want to spend time with Miss Fangblade here, and I got to talk to Cash about something unrelated. And he hesitates before he leans up and gives his dad a kiss on the cheek, and then grabs Cash by the arm, and he's like, "Okay, love you, bye." And he drags Cash out of the room.
You hear as you say, "Okay, I love you, bye." Your dad collapses on the floor and is just hysterically crying.
Jesus Christ.
He wanted that to happen all his life.
As soon as he takes him all the way upstairs, all the way back to Cash's room, closes the door, locks it, and presses his back to the door, and he's like,
What the fuck?
So funny story. You might want to sit down.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I probably should.
And you have to pinky swear that you're not going to tell anybody about what I'm about to say to you.
I swear I will not tell anybody when I extend my
Pinky.
pinky.
Okay. Shake the pinky. Insight. Does he swear?
Yes. I swear.
Okay. It's fine. I may have so I did kill him.
It sure
I
doesn't
did.
look like it.
Don't interrupt me. I killed him. And at first I was like super happy about it. And then I kind of felt like something was off with how he looked at me before he, the light left his eyes. So I took a bath, had some wine, and then I read his journal. And I made a mistake because and Arsen's like trying to hold back tears. He's very emotional. He's like, it wasn't his fault that my life ended up being completely shit. In fact, he tried very much to make it not shit. It's just things didn't work out. So I
Everything around
may
you
or
freezes. You see Alistair standing in the corner of the room.
oh come on, let me tell one person.
He looks at you and he's like, it might be a good idea for your health to not mention who you work for.
So if I just don't say your name.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody about the deal. Don't tell anybody that you work for me. For your health.
So can I like half truth it a little bit, not mention your name, just kind of like allude to the fact that I did a thing that is irreversible, but he's back.
Or
Okay, just don't mention your name for my health, of course, because I'm pretty sure what you're implying is that if I mention any of this, I'm dead.
I didn't say that, did I? And time
I mean,
starts
like,
back
you
up.
didn't have to say it. um, Arsen stops and then he looks at Cash and he's like, I did an irreversible thing. And he's back. I brought him back. Yep.
What did you do?
I can't tell you, or I'm probably gonna die. Probably. I don't know. It's very like vague.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Right. So you went to do a thing, you did the
Uh-huh.
thing, and then you did
Uh-huh.
another thing that undid the
Mhm.
thing.
Yes.
Does he know any of what
Nope.
happened?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. He doesn't remember a thing. I'd rather keep it that way.
All right.
Yep. Just so you know, I have to get to Mitt before he comes back because he was there and I don't want him to say anything. I'm gonna have to bribe him with money. Oh my god. Yeah, so yeah.
There's a lot of other things for us to talk about, but this is a lot to process.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Also, I guess we're gonna be stepbrothers.
Yeah,
Woo!
wild that.
Crazy. What a crazy day. It's not even dinner time. I think I aged 10 years in like the past 2 hours.
Uh, I'm gonna sit here for a while.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna sit here for a while.
Arsen also just sits beside like Cash on the bed, and he's just like, why did he pick the name Reginald? Such a stupid name. I mean, like, to each their own, I guess. Maybe that's why it was so hard to find him.
Okay. What's this about? I
Hmm?
point at the mark on my neck.
Oh, can you give me like a day to get over literally everything I just did?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool, thanks. One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
I'm glad you can take that time to process one thing at a time.
Well, if I don't, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die.
Well, I was just an accomplice to a murder, and then that person that was
No,
murdered.
no, actually, no murder happened. As far as anyone is concerned, it's like it
Okay.
never happened. So
All right.
you could have been a hypothetical accomplice to a alternate reality murder.
This is super weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'm gonna go eat dinner. That's what I'm gonna do.
Have fun sitting in front of my dad and your mom. I'm gonna sit here for about 30 more minutes before I go back to face anybody. So,
Okay.
my dad. I have a dad
You,
that's here.
and he's alive.
Dad, yep. Not, I mean, like, yeah,
Oh,
he's
oh,
alive.
I guess I'll talk to you later then.
Yep.
And Cash kind of robotically walks out, like toward the dining room.
Our son proceeds to have a 25-minute crisis meltdown where he sits in silence and just disassociates and thinks about everything that happened today. And he looks at the arm where he shook hands with Alistar, and he pulls up his like cloak and pulls his glove down because his glove goes up to his elbow. Is there anything there?
Not visibly.
Detect magic.
Nope.
Cool. He rolls his glove back up, and after the 25 minutes, he makes his way downstairs.
Okay.
Jeez.
Starting to get late. Dustrod, your performance starts to wrap up. You see Guston came in about an hour ago, hour and a half ago. Started taking over the bartending duties again. You saw Mitt come in and head upstairs. Is there anything that you want to do at this time?
I mean, what time is our shop still open?
Yeah, they're still open.
Okay, I want to head to the magic shop at first.
Okay.
Uh,
You head over and you see Harbwick is behind the counter. Walk in. He's like, yes, what can I do for you?
I wait. I did talk with him, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
No, or was it the only instrument guy?
You
No, I
talked to
talked
him
with
about
him.
the
Yeah.
break-ins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. I've come on personal business this time. I'm not. I know how to cast spells, but I guess say things, and it happens kind of. I'm not too well versed in things, and I just wanted to ask your personal opinion on something. And I take my axe out, and I show Harwick,
Mhm.
and I'm like, do you know anything about? Could you tell me any information about this specific magic item I have?
It's, looks similar to a packed weapon of sorts.
What a pack weapon? Who would have? What is a? Desrod would not know anything about pack weapons. What's a pack weapon?
There are some practitioners of magic are less magically adept themselves, typically borrow magic from someone more powerful than they are. They're called warlocks, typically. One such classification of warlock is more on the martial side of things, as it were, and they tend to have weapons that they use to sort of channel their magical energies.
A warlock. But I play. Oh, Desrod looks at his weapon. I've never made a contract or received anything with anything in my knowledge. It just Desrod, he's a bit frustrated hearing this. That doesn't make no sense to me. I'm a bard. I wouldn't. I've not used any contracts to gain power. My magic just kind of changed one day
Well,
into, and he strums some music, and rock music comes out.
yeah, well, bards are typically able to sort of harness the magic of uh, words and sound, more sort of primal in nature, I suppose. So, I, my best guess would be that whatever it is that you did to this, that you do, is somehow tied into this, or vice versa.
I see.
I mean, it would seem that it would be magic that comes from you, more like a sorcerer, uh, someone who
My
is,
mother was a sorcerer.
yes, if someone who is born magical, in some way, yes. So as a bard, you're able to use the magic of sort of vocalizations and instrumentation to do whatever it is that you choose to do with it. So
See.
the magic would be your own, as it were.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Thank you for your time. Here, I hand him 5 gold pieces for his time.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Next, Desrod wants to head over to the music shop.
Okay. Uh,
Um,
Walk in. You see the gentleman working. all of the instruments that were broken previously have been repaired and are back on display.
I'm sorry for coming at such a late time again. But
Don't worry about it. What can I do for you?
I did say I was in the market for a lyre and
Yep,
lyre,
that's
and
right. That's right.
I'd like to purchase one now.
Of course, yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me go fetch that for you.
Okay.
He walks back out. He's like, "All right, here we are. It's nothing fancy, but it's well kept. Is- How's 30 gold work?
30 gold is fine.
All right. Would you like me to wrap this up for you, or you want to play it out?
Mm, I'll keep it. Wrap it up for me for now.
All right. He like takes out a box and some like tissue paper and like wraps it up all nice. He puts in some like oils for the wood and like extra strings and things like that in case anything breaks. Closes up the box, ties it up with a nice bow, slides it over. He's like, "All right, there you are."
I appreciate it. I have some other business to attend to. But I may stop by before I leave. Maybe pick up
Absolutely.
another instrument.
Hey, customers always welcome.
Alright. And then does Rod since he got some information from the magic shop, right? About his instrument.
Mhm.
I guess I should explain while he was performing. He had some frustration while he was performing, whether there was some exhaustion or just the way events are going on in his life. And he just kind of wants some answers about stuff right now.
Okay.
And he doesn't know. He can't find his parents yet. He's going, and he thinks he's not been able to find much information about his notes. He's kind of just been at dead ends lately, right?
Yeah.
So he has something that's connected to his magic directly, so I'm finding information. He wasn't able to find much from that magic dealer, but he knows someone else that deals in magical items. So he wants to head over to Billy again.
Okay.
Um
So Dustrod, you head over towards Billy.
yes.
And Lena, you went back to Fangblade Manor, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. You most likely would have like overheard the commotion with that took place in the foyer.
Mhm.
But would you otherwise have retired to the library or?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't. I'm trying to think, but I don't think I have anything else I wanted to do other than just like go back in there and keep reading whatever I can find.
Okay. If you think of anything that you want to look for specifically, go ahead and let me know. Like that's you've gotten like sort of like different information since the last time that you rolled investigation in the library. So if there's
Yep.
something different that you would like to look for, like uh, more specific, or even just like the same stuff.
Um. I try to look for stuff related to Kavera's Patreon, but I feel like I really don't have anything to go from for that. But there's still like this whole thing with the Shadowed Queen and the church. So I probably focus on that and I try to find really anything about specifically the queen.
Information about the queen and the church.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation.
God damn it! Of course, I hit the edge of the thing. It's a 12.
Okay. You find quite like you find some books about the church, like things that are tangentially related, like books written from like a third person perspective, like a second party, about like not autobiographical but like biographical, like historical texts written by somebody else about the church, like all the way back from when it was seen as a cult, and then different people writing different books about like how it sort of like spread and gained popularity and things like that. None of the stuff in there is super helpful to your ultimate goals, but the next time that you roll investigation with this sort of information in mind, you'll roll it with advantage.
All right.
To look for like anything more specific, honing in on like who it is that they worship or why they worship the person.
All right.
Hey, Avari, you head back to Billy's, right?
Yeah. Would I get there before Dust Rod since I like?
Yeah, you would get there first.
All right. And I'm doing the whole secret thing, moving the trash can, knocking 4 times, no more, no less.
Knock 4 times. You see the hatch opens up. Billy's there, and he's like, I didn't expect to see you back so soon. But all right, come on in. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of like put my hands on the table, still standing up, and I'm like, yeah, you asked me a question earlier, and I had my companions here, so I couldn't say anything, but I do know Zabikiel.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah, he's the one who gave me my powers.
Okay. Interesting.
What do you know about that?
Well, I know that there's not that many Celestials that are strong enough to like have a person in their service, right? Not that many who are big enough to really like loan out power.
Yeah.
So, given the nature of the book and your own, sort of vibe, I just kind of figured probably this guy, right?
Because I don't even know much about him other than the deal I've made with him.
Which is to protect the book.
Yeah. Starting
Oh.
to thinking of naming the book Fred, but
Yeah, I mean, there's probably weirder names for weirder books, right? So I know some stuff about your guy. What's it worth to you?
Well, I already promised you information when I can open this book. I don't really know at the moment. what I can offer.
Okay. Well, I'll give you something for free, sort of as a show of good faith, right? And then
All
if you
right.
want more information, we'll work out a deal when you figure out what it is you're willing to trade or part with for
I
said
mean, this is my only
information.
magical item, and I can't really give that away, so
I mean, yeah, that's understandable.
I have a lot of cool like trinkets, but
Not much that I can do with trinkets, unless they're magical trinkets. But given that this is your
nah.
only thing,
I mean, you could try to sell like this shitty fake arcane focus and make somebody think it's magic, but placebo effect and all that.
Now the only stuff that's fake is the stuff that's in the shop upstairs.
Fair.
I'm not going to keep the real goods where anybody could just walk in and take them, right? That seems ridiculous.
Yeah, I get it. There's been a lot of thievery happening.
I mean, a large part of it's been me, which is how I
Fair.
know not to trust people, right?
Yeah, I get it.
All right. So Zabakiel is a sort of hot shot, angelic type asshole. Word on the street, circa 300 years ago, he was trying to make a deal with someone in the abyss to gain more leverage on the celestial planes, right? Now, I don't know necessarily the terms of any such deal, and I may or may not know who per se he was trying to make deals with. But what I can say is that one of the terms of whatever hypothetical deal may or may not have been created was potentially to stop any sort of extraplanar travel, right?
Yeah.
Sort of make it so no one can go anywhere else, kind of locked into this sort of plane of existence.
That's it's pretty weird.
Yeah. Also kind of weird that nobody tried to stop him.
I mean, why would they?
I mean, you got to figure that someone on the celestial plane would have taken issue with whatever it is he was doing.
I mean, a pact patron making a deal to make warlocks is also a warlock. That would be a pretty big issue for some.
Could be.
And depending on how powerful, say, his pact was, might have been too much for others.
Yeah, plus, creatures from the abyss, not necessarily the most reliable when it comes to making deals.
Yeah.
Now, you want more information, it's going to cost you.
Yeah, I don't have anything. Unless you want to try to open the book again.
It is a tempting offer, but but the last time that I tried to do that didn't turn out so well.
Yeah, you made friends with the sailing. I was there.
I mean, it is a nice ceiling, but I'd like to not kiss it a second time.
I get it.
But all right, you if you think of anything, come up with any information or discover something that could be useful to somebody in my position, we'll talk.
Oh, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime, anytime. And
And
be careful with that guy. All right, your patron.
oh yeah, I'm figuring that out quite quickly lately. All right. Thank you for your time,
Of course.
and I'm gonna just start heading out.
Okay. You head back. On your way away from Billy's, you cross paths with Dust Rod.
Oh. Can I just like run into him on quote unquote accident? Like,
Yeah, if you want to.
all right, cool. I'm just gonna smash into Dust Rod on accident.
The, like, how hard are you smashing into me?
um,
Walking pace?
probably
Walking
walking pace.
pace?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I
Okay.
just kind of bump into you like in the hallway as a begrudging emo kid.
Oh wait, we're bumping into each other as you leave the shop or on your way back?
On the way back. You're still
On the
like
way
you're
back.
on your way to Billy's. Kavar is leaving.
Okay. Kievara.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Uh, uh, nothing much. I was at the tavern making some money for traveling.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Got yourself a day job while we're here.
I mean, I do like to perform. It's actually quite profitable. Actually, I jingle my coin purse.
Oh, nice. I like
Uh,
jingle my mostly empty one.
well, uh, I hand here. I hand her 50 gold pieces.
No, no, I'm good.
Are you
I
sure?
prefer having very little money. You know,
This
there's
is
a lot of
only.
thievery going around. I'd rather not.
Yes, it's even I didn't even play that well today. I made over 100 gold pieces. It was probably easy. I
Nice.
should be doing it more often. Anyways, I'm headed over to that one fellow Billy. I wanted to ask him some questions about some items I have.
Oh yeah, the really pretty cat.
Yes, pretty is a word for it, I suppose. Anyways, I won't be too long. I'll be headed to the back to the manor after this.
Oh, do you need some company? I mean, he seemed pretty shady last time we were there.
No, I I would like some company actually. I wanted to ask him a really particular question.
All right, cool. I'll tag along.
All right.
You know, back you up in case something happens.
No, I don't expect anything to happen. In fact, I think he'll be quite happy when I tell him what my plans are.
All right. You head over into Billy's shop. See Billy behind the counter. Kavar, you notice that he is dressed differently than he was moments ago when you saw him uh, in the like basement fancy area.
Just whisper, just of course.
Like Billy speaks up and he's like, "Hey, what can I do for you?"
Ah, Billy, you remember me?
Yeah, you're trying to buy a pearl, right?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Well, I want to I went to the magic shop over in Astroberg and asked him a few questions about a particular magic item I have, and they weren't very helpful. I know you seem to have a lot of cool magical stuff here. Seem kind of knowledgeable about it. Uh, I take my guitar out and I'm like, I'm not in the mood for selling, but I wouldn't mind handing you about 30, 50 gold if you can give me any information you know about this here old guitar.
What kind of information?
Any? I guess I'll give you some more particular information. And he glances over at Akihabara. Well, I'm about to say, it may make you sound like I'm insane or something, but you know, magic in the world, there's crazier things. Well, I'm a bard, and the guy over there said that acts almost like a pack weapon. And well, ever since I've had my magic, it wasn't always like this. It's changed over time, become more refined, and I've heard special notes, special music at certain times in my life. It's only been 4 times now. The music, the music is so pure. It's so powerful. It thunders with power, and it's so blissful in my ears. And I just wanted to, and I'm tired of not knowing what the hell it is. I'm tired of not having any leads on anything, really. And I just want to try to find something to maybe a story, a legend, a rumor, anything you've come across about what it could be.
Can you play it?
Can I?
Yeah,
Just
the
Rod
music
plays it.
that you've heard, right? Like the stuff that you hear, that you said that you heard, you know, at whatever times in your life, you know, like pure, blissful, whatever, fucking those notes. Can you play those notes?
Okay. I've never tried, but
Well, I mean, you're telling me that
That's-
you hear a thing and asking about it, but I don't know what it is that you're hearing, so I can't tell you what it is if I can't, if
Okay.
I didn't hear it, right?
Just Rod's going to do his best right here. He's going to try to play the notes as completely as he can. I don't know how many notes he has of the music, how complete the song is for him
Give me a performance check.
with disadvantage.
Yep.
I mean, he's going to do his best.
You play the so with a 22, you play to the best of your ability the notes that you've heard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Avara, you feel your book tremble, like kind of like vibrate a little bit, like almost like reacting to the sound.
I think my phone's ringing.
Billy looks at it and he's like, right, okay. Why don't you come downstairs? Kevara, show him. Bring him down.
Sure thing, boss.
You guys head around. Kevara leads you out back.
All
Move the
right,
trash
that's right.
can. Knock on the thing.
Can't tell anybody about the secret code.
Okay.
All right. I knock 4 times.
Billy opens the hatch. And you see Billy's like got like a towel wrapped around his waist. He's like, geez,
Yeah.
back again. All right. Okay, come on in. Okay. I'm just trying to take a bath. You guys make it real hard. All right. Okay.
All right, I got quick fingers.
Music notes. Go ahead and play it again. But hold
Alright.
on. You see Billy kind of comes back with like different like sized and shaped sort of like crystals, and he lays them out on the table. He's like, all right, go ahead and play that again, and we'll see what that is.
I just start playing it again.
You see, as you play it, the music sort of reverberates out, and one of the crystals starts to sort of shake and like flicker on and off, like almost like it's starting to glow. He's like, that's unusual. Okay. And you say that you've heard this music periodically throughout your life, right? Did I get that right?
Uh,
And
I
you
can
don't
tell
know what it
you.
is or means or where it comes
No.
from or whatever. Okay.
I can tell you 4 times quickly. When I picked up my first instrument, when I picked up my axe, once at Wernport recently when I was with everyone besides Kiravara, and recently a mysterious fellow, and I described the fellow as best as I could to him.
Okay. What happened?
Those are
What happened that most recent time? You saw this guy, right?
yes.
Okay. What else was going
Uh,
on?
there was a lot going on. Long story short, I believe we killed some. We were in some other dimension. Possibly, we killed some powerful cursed paladin. Well, as far as we know, I know we killed it. That's accurate. Yeah, we killed it. We escaped, and then he just showed up. Um, I forgot the name was, and I don't remember the name itself of the paladin we killed. But
Was it
And
Vernigold?
where did this happen?
over there at Wernport. Vernport.
Interesting. Okay.
There seems to be a lot of things happening very fast around these islands.
Yeah, that's why I set up shop here. There's a lot of interesting information that one can gather and then use to, further their own career as an information broker / black marketeer.
Black market, huh?
Yeah, that's
I don't.
well, uh you paid, right? So
Yes.
here's what I'll tell you for what you paid. Your music isn't from this plane. It's your music is from the Feywilds.
The Fae.
Which yeah, it's a separate plane of existence, like a sort of like a parallel world kind of deal, right?
Okay.
Did you
So
get touched by a fairy dust?
whatever it is that you're hearing is coming from there, which is really odd because there's from everything that I've been able to gather, there's no way to get there. So I don't know how this music's coming to you or if you're like connected to it in some way, but if you want more answers about the music, I suggest that you try and figure out how to get there. And my best guess on a course of action for you would be to go back to wherever it is you heard that music last and see what you can find there.
Okay. That'd be difficult considering what happened there recently. But
Are you talking about all the whole war thing and the robots and the fucking the dead people and all that bullshit? Yeah.
considering there's a lot of things happening, it'd be difficult to. I do have my uncle's axe I need to go back there to get. There's a lot of things happening. But
Oh yeah, I mean the least of which, not the least of which being, all the bullshit going on at that castle on that North Island.
uh I Dusrod just stops and thinks for a second, and he's like, Billy, I was supposed to. The whole fucking reason I came here was to investigate the castle over there. I got so caught up in the moment, I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's life happens and all that, right?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Billy, for the information. This is one of the biggest leads I've had in a long time
Yeah, man.
about anything. Uh,
Yeah, look, if you
and
ever need any information, come to old Billy, all right? I'll see what I can do for you. We're more than willing to work out some deals.
yeah, and well, for the sake of honesty, I'm gonna tell you, you know, there was a contract out to find some stolen goods. I was here investigating, but honestly, at this point, I could care less about the stolen goods. Yeah, I'm just telling you, it's just so you know, you're aware that they knew the authorities were able to track it over here to Shadowglade. Just so you're aware, which
Oh,
you're
that's
probably already
fine.
aware.
Yeah, no, it would be a real bad idea for them to try and get in here. And yeah.
Thank you once more, Billy and Kivara. I think we should head over to the manor.
Yeah, it's probably getting late.
Yeah. I really need some good sleep soon.
Okay, well, you all have a great day. I'm gonna go take a bath. All right.
Yeah, enjoy your bath.
Okay.
Put some bubbles in it, you know.
Oh, always. You
I
got
I
to
I
have
would
would
use.
bubbles. Is it even a bath if
I
you don't have any? Come on.
yeah, I
True.
personally prefer lavender oils too.
Oh, I
Very
mean,
good.
yeah, I use that on my fur. It's got got to keep it nice and soft.
I like using it on my beard.
I mean,
But,
that's like
yeah.
fur for dwarves, I guess, right?
I never thought of it that way, but it would be. All right.
Okay, get the fuck out.
Yeah. That's right. Harry's on out.
I just follow after.
Well, Kiavara, the Feywilds, huh?
Yeah. Have you been touched by a fairy? Do you need help? Do I have to kill somebody for you?
I appreciate that. I appreciate the offer, but I think if I was touched by a fairy, I wouldn't know in the first place.
I mean, you
Maybe.
don't have to lie to me. You can tell me anything, Dusty.
I wouldn't know.
Okay. Just know I'm here for you if you got touched by a fairy. They're pretty awful creatures.
I wouldn't know much. I'm not much into the magic. That was all my mom. She was a sorcerer, and Desrod starts just telling random tales to Kiavara as he walks about his mom and the weird magic stuff she got up to.
I just relay tales of my hunter parents. That's it.
Do you head back to the manor?
I also go into detail about the polished rock mercenaries and stuff for Kiavara and tell stories, so she's character-wise, she knows about them now.
Okay.
Yep.
You two head back. Make it back to the manor. It's sort of like in between the second course and the third course of a 5-course meal, and a very awkward dinner. You get to the door, and Calvin lets you in. He's like, "Oh, hello. You're just in time for well, you've missed the beginning of dinner, but that's quite all right. Are you too hungry, or will you be retiring to your chambers for the evening?"
I'm starving. I had a day at the tavern, a little bit of talks. I've not eaten.
Right. Well, right this way.
I'll just be returning to my chambers. My
Excellent.
bedroom.
Would you like something brought up to you?
Yeah, just like a ham sandwich.
Of course.
Thanks.
Yeah, alright.
Calvin escorts you to the dining room, Dustrod, where you see Arsen, Kashel, Lady Fangblade, and a tiefling gentleman whom you have not seen before. Calvin pulls a chair out for you. And then goes to fetch food for Keavara as Balvin brings out dinner for you. As you have walked into a kind of like one part like touching, 2 parts awkward family dinner.
It's very awkward.
Super awkward.
Can I play music to lighten the mood?
If you touch your instrument right now, Dustrod,
I want to play my
Cool.
lyre.
if you touch your instrument right now, Dustrod, I think I'll go insane. Not because it's bad. I've just had a really weird day. Arsen's like 2 seconds away from Mick losing it.
That's reasonable.
I don't know if my music, if I use my lyre, it wouldn't be rock and roll music. It'd be regular music. But yeah.
Dustrod, I will pay you 10 gold not to. For tonight.
I don't need your money. That's why it just goes back to eating his food.
Thank you, Dustrod. I appreciate it. Anyway, this is my dad.
Hello.
Oh. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. My
Likewise.
name's Dusrod. What is yours?
Reginald.
Reginald. I glance at. I give a look like with my eyebrow raised to Arsen. Like, Reginald?
Arsen's like looking pointedly at the table, not making eye contact. He's like, "Yes, this is my father, Reginald."
You see, he speaks up and he's like, "It wasn't my first choice. It was chosen for me when I picked up my last job."
I mean, we can always change it to something else later if you want.
That's fair. My full name isn't really rolls off the tongue either. Dusrod Rockbrew. It was a combination of both my parents' names.
Rock Brew. You wouldn't by any chance be affiliated with the Polished Rock Mercenaries?
Indeed, of the main line, in fact.
I've come across your kin, co-workers, other members of your group in my travels.
Oh, would you ever cross them across the islands?
No. I've never been to Stormshore proper.
Never been to Stormshore proper? It's a
No,
great place.
I've heard tale, but my business has never brought me up that way.
If we ever get the chance, I'd like to ask you a few questions, just pertaining to some personal matters. If you've, but for now, I must enjoy this food. I must get back to this food. This food is so great. It's very top notch.
Yes. Belvin outdid himself.
Yes, he did.
Reginald, how did you and Mom meet?
Oh, I was in town on business. A couple years ago, I spent all of the money that I had accrued to purchase the land around Shadowglade and have it renovated so that way the people who live there could have better standard of life. And while I was in town doing that, I came across a bunch of people, one of which was your mother. And then not that long ago, I came back to check on the progress just a few months back, and she was willing to lend some aid, help build the school there for the children. And over the course of working together, we started dating, and I asked her to marry me.
Oh, that's a wonderful story. Mother, I'm glad to see. Well, I'm glad to hear that you you've continued to do what you can to help people. You've branched outside of Osterberg to help out those in Shadowglade as well.
And you see, she looks at you and she's like, it's what your father would have wanted.
Right.
Give those less fortunate a better chance.
Arsen sneezes. Wow, what a lovely dinner, everybody. This is great. I'm super happy that we can all sit here together and chat so casually. Can
It
I have some more wine?
See, your dad speaks up, Arsen. He's like, and me as well, please.
Oh, that's where I get it from.
it's quite a strange turn of fate that, well, the two of you would wind up together, and I find out only after, well, meeting all of these people.
Yes, life does often lead us down strange paths.
I mean, to be honest, there was a 50% chance that my dad was dead. So, I mean, like, and Arsen stops, and then he's like, anyway, so it's kind of nice to know that he met somebody at, like, you know, found happiness despite the fact that he thought I was dead. And yeah, that's nice. I'm happy for you, Dad. Good
Yeah,
good
thank
good
you.
stuff.
And
Mhm.
I'm glad that you found people that you can trust and rely on, and who can
Yeah.
trust and rely on you. And yeah, and yeah.
Can I? Is my passive insight high enough to feel the awkwardness of this, of
You
what's
could feel
happening?
this without
Yeah,
your passive insight.
anybody
Okay.
could. It
I'm
is incredibly awkward.
okay because Desrod's been gone all day and he's coming back and there's this awkwardness everywhere.
There
Like,
are
even
at
with
least
your
3 people.
exhaustion, you're just like,
So this is the
Yeah.
fun family dinner that Dustrod is walking into. All right.
Could I try
Earlier
to
that day.
could I try to
No,
sneak
continue. It's
past
fine.
dining room to like go dig around for alcohol? Just
If you
like
try to sneak past the dining room, Arsen's gonna look right at you.
give me a
it's not
stealth
gonna-
check.
Alright.
You know, right at that
'Cause-
moment, I think Desrod's just gonna finish his meal and go look for alcohol himself.
Oh no, he can't notice.
15.
Yeah, that beats
Yeah, no,
our
Arsen.
sense perception.
All right, cool. Because I know it's awkward and I don't want to bug anybody.
Yeah, there's at least 3 people here that have an idea, and I have no idea if anybody has said anything to Reginald.
Kayavara
Arsen
just goes prone and
definitely
starts
did.
to like army crawl around into the kitchen.
But,
My hunting training paying off.
Arsen kind of like taps the table with his fingernails and then clears his throat. So the wedding's gonna be fun. That's exciting. Never been to one of those before. Well, okay, I have, but I've never stayed during the reception.
Yes. Yeah, it should be a fairly big event. There's being overseen by a bishop of the Church of the Shadowed Queen. So that should be fun.
Yep, that's
There's
exciting.
should be a fairly large party, I suppose.
Would you look down at me if I used that as an excuse to rifle through people's pockets? Haha, I'm joking. I'm just joking. I've never done that.
I will say, Arsen has been incredibly helpful, and he is absolutely the reason that I'm here today.
Oh,
In the last week, I had very nearly died twice, I'm pretty sure.
3 times.
Three times. 3 times.
Yeah, there was the book.
And every one of those times, it's been Arsen that's come and saved me. And Cash's shoulders relax, and he's just kind of like staring down and just breathing and thinking about the thing that he just said to who he said it to.
Our son's having a crisis
I'm glad
because
that he
from this angle,
was able to be there for
you
you.
can see the giant hickey on Cash's neck from this angle. That him and good old dad are on.
Oh yeah,
So
More
he's
like
just trying to
your dad
mutilation.
fully has like noticed it and knows exactly what that is.
Yeah, of course he does. He's got the same teeth, that motherfucker.
Yep. Like I'm glad that he was able to be there for you. You should try and be more careful for your mother. She does worry about you every day.
I've been I've been working on that. I've been trying to become less of a burden so that I can protect those around me better.
It's good, and I'm sure with Arsen by your side, you'll be able to take on anything life throws at you.
As soon as the first part of that sentence is said, Cash just goes full fucking red.
Arsen, you hear a thunk, and Arsen's head has hit the table.
Kavar, you run into Alvin on your way into the kitchen. He's like, "Is there something that I can get for you?"
Well, I didn't want to disturb the nice family dinner, and I was gonna grab a few tiny
understand.
bottles of alcohol.
He reaches onto a counter and takes down a bottle of tequila and hands it to you, and he's like, "Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool. Thanks, you're the best.
Of course, you can go through the servants' door. It leads right
Okay,
into
thank
the other
you.
room, so that way you don't have to crawl through there again. It is quite awkward."
It is very awkward.
You hear Violet speak up, and she's like, "I don't sense any tension."
You'll understand when you're older, and I kind of just walk away without realizing what I said.
Jesus Christ.
Dinner wraps up. You finish the very awkward meal. You see Arsen, your dad walks up to you, and he's like,
Mhm.
I don't know if you wanted to. I'm sure that you had a big day, but if you ever want to talk about anything, uh, come just anytime. You come and find me, and we can catch up.
Arsen reaches out and he takes his dad's hand. And it's so much bigger than his that he's like a little taken back, and then he remembers that he's short. And the way he holds his hand reminds him a bit of how he held Alistair's, and he's like, are you happy? Are you happy, Dad?
I think knowing that you're here is the happiest that I've ever been.
And okay. Then everything should be fine. I don't have any regrets about anything. Seeing you or anything that's led up to it. Life dealt us both a pretty shitty hand, I guess, but we made do, and we're here. You're getting married. I'm trotting along with a group of random people that I met last week. That seemed to be okay. And I think that knowing that you're content here will definitely lift a weight off of my shoulders that I didn't know was so heavy until, I don't know, 5 hours ago. Unrelated reasons. Anyway, I'll definitely come to you if I want to talk more and catch up, but I'm pretty sure you want to go see your fiance.
Yeah, but truly, anytime. If you,
Of course. I appreciate it, Dad, I really do. God, that's such a I'm not used to saying that. It's gonna take some time.
I'm not used to hearing it.
Have you thought about like little tiny tiefling babies?
Nope.
You don't want a whole bunch of
I
little devils running around the manor?
mean, if they're half as much to handle as you were, then it's a good thing that Alvin, Balvin, and Calvin are here.
And it's a good thing that we're fire resistant.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and be with your boy.
That's a whole thing
You
that
don't have to explain anything to me.
not necessarily my boy, just a boy.
Yeah. Well, he seems like a good one.
He's pretty all right. Clumsy. God, humans are so clumsy.
Yeah, they don't have. You see, he like flicks his tail up, and he's like, they don't like.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have
The
any way to keep their
aerodynamic.
balance, right? Like, how do you
No,
counterbalance if you don't? It doesn't make any sense. I don't get
it
it.
doesn't make any sense. I
No.
don't know. They evolved like they devolved when they
Right?
lost their tail.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get it. But hey,
Yeah.
more advantage for us.
Exactly. And Arsen flicks him with his tail. All right.
I'm
Get out of here.
Yeah. You see, he gives you a hug and kisses you on the forehead, and
Arsen
heads off
gives
to
him a
his
little
room.
squeeze. Mm-hmm. Oof. Arsen goes back to his room this time, where he has all his stuff. And he debates on what to do with all of his dad's stuff that was taken by a quote unquote mug or uh, but instead he decides to clear his mind a bit and work on decoding that fucking journal.
Okay.
Anything not to think about what happened today.
All right. What is Kashel doing?
At this point, Kashel has kind of processed all of the things that he needed to process. It's Bible time. It's time to read that religious text.
Okay. Dust Red, I assume, is going to go take his long rest.
Yes.
Okay.
He is ready
Um,
for that long rest.
All right.
Unless they have like a person that cares exhaustion. Haha. Kidding.
I mean, you don't have one.
No, I don't.
Okay. Um. Is still in the library.
How long do I stay there?
As long as you want. I mean, you don't need nearly as much sleep as everybody else.
When the dinner is done, because like I didn't show up for dinner, I just wasn't there. So like when it's getting late enough where I'm like, okay, I think dinner is done, I kind of like listen downstairs or upstairs. I'm not sure where the library is. And I don't hear the dinner anymore. I would like to go to Cash's room and see if he's there.
Yeah. You knock on the door. Kashel, that's you.
Come on in.
Oh, thank you. I come in. Okay, so I had some things I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
Is like would this be a good moment?
Yeah.
All right. So, the church, right? Weird things link with me. Um, so yeah, like I was trying to look into that a bit. And now I learned that someone's looking for me. Someone's
Someone's
probably
looking
pretty
for you.
powerful.
So, someone pretty powerful.
Yeah, so I'm a bit scared. And I don't know if that has anything to do with the church. Probably does.
Probably does.
Probably does.
It probably does.
So yeah, so I kind of just like I don't know like why you're looking into the church.
I might have an idea of who's looking for you.
Oh well, perfect. We can talk about that then. So yeah, I don't know like why you're personally looking into all of this. And if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to. But because you're doing that, I think like I want you as an ally in all of this and like helping me figuring this out and like try to figure out why there is a very powerful person looking for me.
Okay. So, with this, that's gonna be a commitment to working together to one solve that. But I also need you to help me with taking down Urgwit, no matter what.
Sure.
Is that something that you will commit to?
I mean, I'm not sure like what's our chance against him,
It's
but if
not a question of what the chances are. Are you committed to helping me take him down, no matter what?
that's what you need from me, yes.
Okay. I cast Silent Image and show the actual full painting. Should I say that one out loud or should I just send it over?
Oh, you can say it out loud.
I can say it out loud. Okay. Let me just like actually pull it back up real quick. So again, a painting of the Shadowed Queen, a woman of around average height with fair skin and long dark hair. She looks as though she could be Lena's mother. Also in that painting is a man who bears a striking resemblance to Urgwit.
The fuck?
This is probably who's looking for you.
Oh no. That makes everything so much worse.
It sure complicates some things. You still in on taking him down?
I mean, I don't know who he is compared to that I don't know that was the link between me and the Shadowed Queen, first of all. So I don't know what's the link between Urgwit and me. Assuming that's I mean it's Urgwit, like let's be real. I mean,
So, you
I,
could
I
very well be the child of the Shadowed Queen
okay,
and
so
Urgwit
yeah,
himself.
so that's something I yeah, like coming to that, there's something I'd like to just like come clean about.
Okay.
And I'm just going to remove one of my gloves, revealing the very mechanical looking hand I have underneath. My
Oh,
whole body is like that.
okay. And you say it's been a year, so it was of course long before all of what was there was deployed.
Yeah, so I mean,
And you're clearly a lot more coherent than Violet.
yeah, so I tried to talk to Violet, right? Because I mean, I'm clearly artificial. And so is she, and so are all of the other constructs we've seen. And I'm pretty sure I'm different. Like so, like a few things, right? Um, First of all, I get memories sometimes. I don't know where they come from. I'm not sure like whose memories they are. I don't know if they're my memories or if they're someone else's, because like I mean the memories are pretty blurry, right? I don't see everything. I don't see all the details. Um, I don't necessarily get everything that I think I should remember. Um, but in those memories, my body is not artificial. Like I have a living body, as far as I can tell. So either those memories, but like I've never, seen myself in those memories. Like I don't have a memory of myself looking in a mirror. So I don't know what I look like, or if those memories are someone else's, I don't know who that person is. I asked Violet about that, and she doesn't have those. So I'm thinking, like, whatever is animating me is linked to some past entity, some past person, probably. I don't know. Like, there are probably multiple ways to like try to animate a artificial being, a construct. I mean, clearly they are because I'm not animated the same way as Violet is, as far as I can tell. Like the magic, the way like what I've been able to see doesn't seem to align with like how my body works.
Right. And
Um,
there's also the potential that it's not actually Urgwit that you're related to. It's that that other celestial being that was more of a projection than a corporeal form.
yeah, they look exactly the same. So that's hard to tell. But yeah, so sometimes I get so like I don't know if those memories are mine. I don't know if like I don't know why I exist still. But I was constructed. Like I was built by people because I look a lot like the Shadowed Queen, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of have to assume I was built in her image for some reason. So like is it because like I know that they want the Shadowed Queen to come back to life, right? So are they like trying to fake it by building another Shadowed Queen because they can't actually bring her back to life? or was I some sort of experiment? Like there's still like so much I don't understand, and I mean I feel like with everything that we're finding, we're getting closer to an answer, but it like every bit of information we find also opens like a million other questions.
Speaking of other questions, you said that, well, you found out somebody's looking for you.
Yeah.
How did you find that out?
Oh, someone told me.
Anybody I know?
Probably. I'm not sure I want to break their trust, so
Okay. There's a lot of just trust and not talking about stuff going on lately, so you know what? Fine. Not gonna question it.
just like like the person who told me about this didn't want to give me much. Just like, oh yeah, someone's looking for you. Um, someone who's probably pretty powerful, and like they didn't go into more detail, so I'm not sure how comfortable they are like actually letting everyone know about this. Because I technically just learned something about that person, or like there are two options, but like yeah, it narrows everything down.
Yeah, and I just did. Am I supposed to like not say anything about what you showed me here?
Um,
Wait, is that why you eat so little and like don't drink much at all?
yeah, that's exactly why I don't actually need to eat or drink. Actually, worse than that, I don't have anything inside of me to process food and drinks. Like I have a throat, right? But it blocks after a while. So at best, I can just like put stuff in there, but I have to bring it back out after, um, because it doesn't go anywhere.
All right, that makes a lot of sense.
And when it comes to like telling the party,
I'll let you do that.
yeah, like I feel like I can trust you. So like that's why I told you about it. I don't know about the rest of the party. Like I don't know if one of them would like sell me to whoever they think is gonna buy me or whatever. It's like it's a scary thought.
Yeah, I've got no idea. You know what? I haven't seen Mitt in like 2 days.
I have.
Okay, cool.
I mean he's busy. He's doing his own things. I went to I went to see an information broker with him today. Um,
An information broker, you say?
yeah, but I think he's staying at the end for the most part.
The information broker?
No, Mitt. The information broker is in Shadowglade.
God. Well, I wouldn't mind going to see him. I have some questions. If you were able to like get information like that, then surely there's something to be said about this sword, right?
Hmm?
The sword that we got from Cecil Valamir.
Yeah.
Surely he'll have something to say about it.
Me or the
No,
broker?
the broker.
Oh, the broker. Oh, probably. He seems very interested in everything magic. Speaking of which, when I was over there, he used like some special glasses to like basically see magic items and see what they are. And he told me that like I'm invisible when it comes to like magic. I'm like a magic black hole.
That would kind of make some sense with the whole Shadowed Queen thing.
Um, I don't know. I'm not sure that Shadow Queen is a magic black hole, but like that's one more difference between me, like me and people like people like robots like Violet. She's visible. Like her magic is you know, when you use glasses like that, you can see it. And in my case, like whatever is powering me is not visible. So there might be an enchantment on me that makes me invisible to magic detection, or it might be what I'm made of. It might literally be my body that's just like protecting whatever systems are inside of me. But yeah, I think that's a source of that's a source. That's an information that might be useful. Might also mean that like if Urgwet is actually the one looking for me, might make him might make it harder for him to actually find me because he can't just divine my position. I'm invisible.
That'd be pretty convenient. Wait, that means you're. Wait, that would. Okay, so if you're an animated robot, that would mean that you are in essence a magic item. So the golems should have gone after you.
But I'm invisible.
But there's that. Okay, yeah, no, that's really convenient.
So that might be the reason they didn't go after me. Actually, is because they just didn't see me.
Well, I guess we can use this to our advantage, huh?
Hopefully. And yeah, I think we should tell the rest of the group. I just don't know how to bring that to them, and also make sure I'm not gonna get betrayed.
I I don't exactly want to bring up the link between you and apparently Urgwet based on that painting. I'm sorry for not showing you earlier. I just there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I can see that there is. Yeah, and if I can help you with whatever you're going through, make sure to let me know.
Okay, yeah, no, like all the stuff that I'm going through is more personal than anything. Like that's all in my own head.
Okay. I mean, even, you clearly have an interest in the church.
That's true. That's fair.
Like, is the holy book you were reading like still like on your bed or whatever, or on your desk?
Yeah, it's on the desk.
Like, do I spot it?
Yeah, it's not hidden or anything.
All right. Like, I just put him like, yeah, you seem to be interested in their teachings.
I'm looking for kind of specific information.
I went through the entire book like 2 days ago. Do you want me to like help you find the things?
Yeah, that would be great.
All right,
I'm
perfect.
I have not been able to focus on anything for, all those personal reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would greatly appreciate some help with this.
Yeah, all right, let's I'm going to get my copy of the book out of my backpack and just like try to help Cash in his inquiries.
Okay, so the way that we can do this is either Lena can roll the investigation check with the help action, either like Cash, you can give the information that you are specifically looking for, and then Lena can look through the book, or Lena can give you the help action.
I'm gonna give Lena information that I'm looking for.
Okay.
I'm just gonna copy paste exactly what I sent to you over to Alira.
All right. And I'm gonna use my speed reading skills to find the information.
And there's all of that. Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna roll the investigation. Do I have advantage?
Yes. I am taking the help action. Wait. I cast bless.
Oh. Bless.
Yes, I cast bless.
Yeah, you can roll
So-
a d4 and add it to your
Yep.
23.
So that's gonna be a 4.
All right. So with a 27, I will. You're looking for like what are the powers of the Shadowed Queen
Description, abilities, what's
according to
possible,
like
any information on what would have happened, knowing that some things would almost certainly be exaggerated. Notable feats of her and her followers, should anything like that exist, and any means of contacting via like ritual or anything, no matter how cryptic.
you can go ahead, Alira, and give him all of the information that I gave you.
All right. Um. So I found a prayer.
Yeah, I
Out
got
of-
that one.
All right.
That's the one thing I got.
I found like stories about like what they like stories they believe. So basically, they believe that the Shadow Queen was born a mortal woman, um, which would make sense if she died, and she was some sort of leader, I guess. I mean, yeah, like a whole religion formed around her, so I would assume she was their leader. And she had some, some powers over shadows, seemingly using it to protect the people who followed her. And yeah, looks like she wanted to become a goddess and was killed.
Oh, neat. Oh, by the way, I can go invisible.
What?
Yeah, I can be invisible. I cast invisibility on myself.
Is
Yeah,
that
no,
something paladins normally learn to do?
absolutely not. So you know how you know how I almost died that first time?
Yes.
You were there. That was
Yeah,
fun.
so yeah, I saw
Um,
you just standing on the well, not standing, but like laying down on the ground,
when
pretty
we
beat
when we
up.
when we went back to the fishing hamlet, there was kind of that I just had like the words of some of the cultists, some of the members of the Church of the Shadowed Queen, just kind of echoing through my head with all of that, and it was just kind of something that I I'm not entirely sure what happened after that, but hey, that's a thing that I can do. Hey, you know how I told everybody to run from Valamir?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I cast invisibility on myself. I had a plan to get out, but I didn't really want to kind of show all my cards right then, but like worst case scenario, I was planning on body blocking so that people could get out safely.
It's interesting because I might have something about that, and I start flipping pages. Yeah, so according to the book, the Shadowed Queen can't be killed, and despite the fact that she's not like physically here anymore because she died, um, so I'm guessing like yeah, they say that her soul continues to exist, and in her infinite kindness, she reaches out to lost souls to offer strength, protection, and guidance of her shadows. Um, yeah, so like it says that she loves people so much that even after dying, she's gonna reach out and like, you know, help people.
That is really neat.
Yeah, but like, where is she?
That's a great question. Um, hmm.
Like, why would someone seemingly so benevolent get killed? Like, who killed her? I haven't found any information in the book as to who killed her. Like, I guess that's not something that's really part of their mythos.
I will say none of this started really happening or making sense before I was hanging around you,
I mean, you started hanging around me at the same time you started adventuring, and at the same time you almost died. Um, might just all be coincidence, but also I'm very clearly related to the Shadow Queen.
when coincidence would be pretty strong for, well, this scenario specifically, great concentration on invisibility. This is not something that I should be able to do.
It's not. At least as far as I can tell. I haven't met tons of paladins, to be honest, but as far as I can tell, that's not something they can do. Um, yeah, there's something going on. I mean, so like, according to the book, the Shadow Queen died, but it is still around somewhere, I guess. Like her soul has to be somewhere. If she's still here, then she hasn't like moved on to an afterlife of some kind.
Yeah.
And maybe she's just a ghost.
I don't think she's just a ghost.
Maybe she's following me.
Could be. I think at this point I'm out of secrets. I don't have really anything else that I can share that you don't already know. That's about all I got.
Maybe I should try the prayer. If she's following me, she's gonna hear it. Maybe someone else will try the prayer.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it'd be weird if I just went to like Arsen. I'll like, yeah, can you like recite this prayer out of context?
I'll just fuck it right now. Why not? Our queen, born of shadow, give us your guidance. We won't lose our way in the darkness. Let us take shelter in your shadow, so that we might spread word of your greatness and safety. Lend us your strength, so that we may conquer your enemies. Through your grace, all is possible. In your shadow, all is revealed.
Nothing happens.
All right. Well, I guess that's not a way to contact her. Well, I didn't find anything else in the book because I know that was something you were looking for, like a way to contact her. I mean, maybe the prayer is. It's just there's some specific circumstances that need to be met for
Maybe.
for it to work. I mean, like you said, you kind of like had some sort of contact. You didn't talk to her, but like you received strength from her. Maybe there's maybe there are clues in what happened that that day to help us figure out like what conditions need to be met for the queen to actually like reveal herself.
Maybe.
Because personally, I don't, I'm not doing anything. Like I'm like clearly I was built maybe as a vessel for the Shadowed Queen. That might be the reason I exist. But I'm not the one giving powers to people. At least not consciously. I hope it's not conscious because then it gets really weird.
Yeah, that would get kind of weird, huh?
So yeah, maybe there's something that we need to figure out on that front to like actually get to talk to her.
Maybe. All right. Well, I'm gonna get some sleep. You should get some. Wait. Do you sleep?
I don't
Wait.
sleep.
Both those nights that we were trading off watch, you could have just been on watch the whole time, and you okay?
Yeah, okay. So I was scared, okay? Like I thought if someone figured out I was a construct, so like
Yeah,
at
no,
first,
I get it. I get it.
like at first was like, oh, like that's weird, and then like maybe someone's gonna try to sell me, and then when Urgwit released an army, I was like, oh, maybe they're gonna think I'm working for him. So I kind of didn't want to talk about it.
Well, so from this point on, I got your back. Anything comes up, anything happens, you let me know. I'll do what I can to make sure that you aren't forced to go anywhere or do anything against your will. I mean,
All right, thanks. And yeah, if you need my help for, I mean, I know like, you have personal problems, which I assume I'm not equipped to help you with. But if there's anything maybe more external that you need my help with, I also have your back.
thank you.
And I'm going to uh, go stand still in my bedroom for the night.
And Cash is just gonna lay back on his bed, just fully clothed, just like laying there, processing all of the events of the day.
All right. We'll end there for the day.